revolutionary greetings coming to you today on this hot Friday in June. I know I told you I don't make videos, but I wanted to just touch on this blog that I wrote. Wanted to show love to everybody who read it, and I hope you enjoyed the blog on Assata Shakur. Want to send Prince love to all the revolutionaries out there, the Republic of New Africa, all the third collectives, all the RBGs out there. But I wanted to touch on this blog called Assata Shakur Cases Attack on All New African Women, Black women. Just wanted to touch on it a little bit. First I wanted to say, Assata Shakur cases attack on all new African black people, but more so on all new African black women, due to the reactionary racist power structure who continues to use their strategic tactics to keep control and destroy our people. This attack has been going on for centuries, i.e. patriarchy, with another upfront crime at the scene that's taking place in front of the world through the use of terrorism propaganda. This is a historical ongoing issue. Let me say in any war to keep control of a historical enemy is to attack the women physically, mentally, spiritually. This is to pump fearism into our women and to keep them from standing up against tyranny that this empire has imposed on new African people since the first new Africans stepped off the boat. This attack is to keep our women from becoming political and socially involved in the bigger problems of our people, e.g. raising their consciousness from the pits of colonialization and mind wash, i.e. post-traumatic slave syndrome, to keep them in a standstill forever nothingness. The FBI and Hoover over the decades were ironically targeting black women because they know black women was and is the key to liberation on all levels. She's the backbone of the revolution. There's nobody stronger and intelligent than the black woman. Remember that. When she is in her right conscious state of being, and most important, when she stands up for the black man and her people, they're feared, the growth, the movements, because our women were joining and supporting and participating in the struggle at fast rates in the 60s. But I'll go even deeper. Far as to say, they even feared the historical status and stance of black women, from great leadership of warriors like Yah Santiwa, Amani Shaketo, Queen Nzinga, who got up for the get down on the historical enemies of African people. Trust and believe, the reactionary oppressors have more belief in what you can do and accomplish against the power structure than you do when it's balanced, or the black women at the front leading emotion for victory. Our women have and are political targets, even if they ain't political, because this struggle is a historical war, whether our own people who aren't conscious enough to realize that or simply don't care. It's an ideological, social, economical, political, cultural attack on our women, and they're using Assata Shakur as an open season example with this fabricated terrorist list and 2 million bounties to show our younger sisters their tactics publicly, to embed in their minds, not to stand up or even to look up to Queen Assata or get involved into activism like her. They want our women to stand down and stay silent and close mouth on our community issues, and not to fight the power structure that has historically subjugated our women from the fight in modern times. There are great numbers of our women still on the front line, but not enough. We need more women. Women can spark any type of revolution on all tactic levels. But not enough. The power structure is no doubt seeing the uprise in the revolutionary movements and even our everyday 9-to-5 regular citizens' conscious and awareness to the same alternative of the conservative and liberal reactionary establishment and elitist war games of people of color. Like Angela Davis stated, they considered Assata Shakur the mother hen of the Black Liberation Army movement by saying that they realized this warrior had to be destroyed or captured back in the 70s. And in the ambush in Jersey was just that, a coordinating removal plan by Gay Hoover and COINTELPRO. This latest fabricated and political targeting of Assata Shakur is no doubt a fear tactic to pump into the grandchildren and the kids, and even of my age and the younger of the 60s and 70s political activists, not to get active in activism or any revolutionary or plain old movement. or to stand up for our human rights and justice. It's another move on part of the oppressive United States government to show our daughters and treat our women as criminals, terrorists, and every other reactionary term they can come up with. If they get active injustice against a historical terrorist-ran government by descendants of Rome, they have to use a great public figure to get this message across because it's been used for centuries. What's even more ironic is that how they used the Boston bombers as a springboard for the FBI and New Jersey's racist pig agents to up the bounty and add our queen sister to a terrorist list, which is totally ludicrous. Our people, and especially our women, have to take a deep look at this and see it ain't a game how they use a big stage attack on public and turn it right around and use it for racial motives on new African communities by going after Assata Shakur. Let me make sure you read this. Make sure you get what I'm saying right here. This is my opinion. To me, a terrorist is the United States government, legal wars, bombing kids with drone missiles. Nothing Assata Shakur has ever did comes close to being a terrorist. If being a political activist and being attacked by warmonger racist pigs is considered being a terrorist, sign me up. I'm going to end this on a note on all our young sisters out there, daughters, and even older ones of our people. The time is now for you to realize what we advocate is the truth and nothing but the truth. Time to pull the cloak and sheet off our eyes and don't stand down, but stand up for our political prisoners in jail and in exile. We can't let this oppressive government attack our women and pump fear in their mental, and we damn sure can't let them get away with this avocation on Assata Shakur. Remember her struggle for good, nowhere near evil. She stood up for us, so let's stand up for her. She is you, and you are her. Rebuild, free the land. I just wanted to read that from my blog, and I want to send, thank yous to everybody who gave me feedback on that blog. But for real, it's time for our women to stand up. We got to get back in balance. We got to get back to that old matriarchy, where we stand side by side, male and female, no one over top of each other, side by side, balance, my art. And we need strong women just to lead, period. Put them on the front line. Because once the women stand up, ain't no stopping us. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to drop that on y'all to let y'all know that this fabricated attack on the Queen sister, Assata Shakur, is nothing but an attack on all new African people, period. Especially our women. They don't want you to stand up. They don't want you to, expose all the tyranny, the corruption. They don't want you to stand up for your humanity. None of that. They just want you to be slaves to their conditions they create. So I advise all our sisters to get on the front line, get conscious, get some political education, start with books, start by studying sisters like Assata Shakur, Angela Davis, everybody from African history. I just want to give a shout out to all the RBGs out there, everybody. The Lone Star RBG, August 3rd Collective, New African People's Organization, Malcolm X Grassroots, Outlaw RBG, shout out to Zahid Malik, Haki Kweli Shakur, everybody out there, man, all the OGs, to the young G's, everybody that's on the front line for this liberation for the public in New Africa. That's all I got to say. I'm about to sign off though. Just wanted to share that. I'm out. 100. We build. Power to the people who don't feel freedom, and especially to the ones who refuse.